Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's time for another anime first impression video, and this one actually is one that I was waiting for. Welcome once again, guys. This is going to be on the beginning after the end, and this is I'm pretty sure this is a series based on a manhwa, not manga. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section below, but I did review the first volume actually almost 3 years ago, when it first came out, and there's been a lot of volumes after that, and I never continued. I stopped in volume one, and I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really remember much until I started watching the episode. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember something about that, and yeah, everything kind of went back into, like, everything eventually like connected. I'm like, okay, I do remember some stuff, right? So the beginning after the end. It was also recommended by RCS, so thank you so much for that. Before anything, guys, if you haven't done so by now, make sure you check out my first impression videos. I have that series right now for the next 2 weeks and a half, so check those out. Try my best to release as many episodes out this weekend because I know I'm gonna slow down the week. So it is what it is. Thank you again so much for the support that you've been showing my channel. If you guys want to further support the channel, you guys can follow me on social media by checking the description below, and subscribe so you guys don't miss any of these episodes. Also, just like RCS, you can let me know what series I should be watching. He has two more that he recommended, I believe. No, yeah, two more. Which watch, and then there's the Take Me Out or Catch Me at the Ballpark, I believe, is the other one, which I am already starting watching. It seems like it's going to be about girls working in the ballpark and actually playing. So I'm kind of interested. But anyways, this one is the beginning after the end, and like I said, I'm pretty sure it's based on a manhwa, because the books that I would see in the store, they seem like manhwas and not actual manga. So it follows the story of King Gray, who is reincarnated as Arthur. And I don't remember much of his previous life, but from what we see in the episode, he was the king or ruler of a land very much advanced technologically, and he basically died and revived as newborn baby, right? Some reincarnations happen when they're like kids or when they're adults already, but he was like brand new baby, and he is born to a couple who, the wife seems to be retired from adventuring. The dad seems to like take gigs here and there to adventure, just to kind of pay the bills off, right? And there's not really much to the actual parents of who they are really, other than what he sees as a baby. And first few months he can't really do much, right? He's a baby, he needs to depend on them. And it's funny in the sense because it's like a guy and he's like talking in his deep voice, and he's like, oh no, I soiled myself again, and oh damn this uncontrollable body that I can't control, and so on and so forth. So but eventually he starts learning about the world. He does start reading some of the books that his parents have around, and he learns that there's a power of mana that the people use and control. And essentially, for him, he makes a connection to his previous life, and that's basically using ki, the the power of ki, and this is essentially the same thing. Dragon Ball. So he essentially is able to center his oneness and his power and use that out. Um, we don't see much more than just him learning of the world in this episode. Um, he goes out with his mom to shop around, and he's just kind of wondering and seeing like, oh, there's weapons, and there's not really much advancement. It's kind of still Middle Ages here. There's no technology like I'm used to. And then he starts seeing his dad practice, and he starts practicing himself, the sword, and he becomes a toddler eventually, and he is still studying more and more of this magic. So the episode ends with him essentially owning down and holding down his power and releasing it in his house, which destroys the house. And the parents are shocked, but at the same time, he's kind of caught off guard with the whole situation, and because of it, the ceiling starts falling where he's gonna get hurt. His dad saves him. The mom jumps like out as well to save him, and we get this sweet moment that and it's almost like it's like too fast because throughout the entire episode he's talking about it, but it really owns down to it at the end of the episode, and that's the fact that in his previous life he was an orphan and he seeked power and had everything he wanted except what he has there, and that is the love of two parents and the care for two parents and the fact that they will risk their lives, and not just because they have full loyalty to him or because he's done anything for them, but it's an unconditional love that he has not experienced, he has never had. He's seen it and sometimes has seen it as weakness, but now he sees it as something that just intrigues him so much that he is almost grateful that he is in this life, second life. So I thought that was very nice, a part of his development of a character. That in the nutshell is the first episode. He doesn't grow to this size, which is what we see in the cover, and in fact the end credits, it shows him growing up very slowly. So I want to assume that we're gonna see his childhood a lot longer um, than other series where in episode one or episode two they grew up immediately to their either youthfulness of 13, 15 years old or all the way to 18, 16 years old. So I don't think we're going to see that jump quite yet. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see his character actually develop and actually grow. And so yeah, it's a pretty good series. I do recommend it. It is like I said, a slow start, and because of that, I'm going to give it a 6.5. I do believe this one has potential to be part of top five of people's choices. I don't see it as a top one, but I do see it as a top five. So 6.5 for now. Maybe it'll go up, maybe it'll go lower, depending how this one goes. But this one's one that I definitely looking at to maybe reacting um or just watching and reviewing later for you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching this. If you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Again, leave me recommendations in the comment section. I'm 20 people away from reaching my next milestone, so make sure you do subscribe and you can help me to get there. So thank you again, guys, and like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.